So we'll do this one first, create the method, and here we're going to say if we aren't the local player, so if we local player, then we want to return else in local player account. So this is just like what we did in the lobby manager, equals 0. So for each player controller PC in the client scene dot local players. So again, local player count plus equals p, oh wait, brackets p equals null. Oh my god, what does it keep happening? Oh, PC equals null, or p dot player controller is -1. So if this isn't actual a legitimate player, then we want to say 0. Else we want to add 1. And the remove player button is interactable equal to a bool. So like we did here, we gave it a bool, but we're not just going to say true or false. We're going to let it calculate whether it's true or false. And we're going to say local player count is less than 1. So if it's less than 1, we want to go ahead and set it to false or true, depending whether or not it is greater than a 1. And we go here, change ready button, generate the method, go to the method, and here we're going to take in a color variable, and we're going to say this one is equal to C, and we're going to say the color block. So color block is just a state of colors. Color blocks B is equal to the ready button dot colors. So if we go to drag this on here and we go to here, you can see it has a normal color, a highlighted color, a pressed color, and a disabled color. So if we go, oh, we can't test it right now, but if you click on it, it goes to a darker gray. We want to change what happens there. So here we're going to say the B dot normal color is equal to C, and we just copy this 1, 2, 3, 4. Normal color, pressed color, highlighted color, disabled color, and then we just say the ready button dot colors is equal to B. And if we go up here, we can create our own colors for that, and we'll say public. Probably doesn't need to be public at all. We'll just say static, actually. Static color, join color, join color equals new color. No, let's just say color dot. We'll say no. Let's say new color dot 1 0 0.4. and alpha will be 1. So these are just colors that trying to think what would it look like. So not ready button, not ready color, I mean, is equal to new color to 0.01, and this was make this so I'm just going to fast forward here. I'm just going to check a couple colors. You can do whatever colors you want. I'm just going to quickly check. I don't want to mess it up here, so I'm just going to quickly check what things to use here. So start new select color, ready button. So for ready equals new color
0.8. 0.8. 1.
And new color transparent color equals new color, and this one's just going to be 0, 0, 0, 0. So I'll show you what these colors do, but generally you can have whatever colors you want. Like you can have this one green, this one yellow, this one's blue, and 0 is transparent. So just say this one's green, join color is green, not ready button is red. So easy. So if you have it like that, no worries. So here on change ready button, we want to set it to the join color button. And we want to now generate the change color script. So generate the method, go to definition, take this away. And I just realized we're gonna have to make this a command, because this is gonna be changing it on all clients. So this is gonna be a command, meaning we have to change this prefix to CMD color change. And in here, we're going to get a integer, and it's going to be the index, and it's going to be equal to array. Oops, nope, that's definitely not the one I want. Array dot index of colors. So we're going to fill in the colors here. So we get an array, and then we want to get the player color, the current player color. So it gets the index of whatever color it is now, and we want to say the in use index is equal to the colors in use dot index of index. So this is just saying, yo, this color is used, and we're adding it to here. We're not doing that yet, but we're going to do it. We're going to put in that index later on. So we say this color is currently being used. So here we want to just check if the index accidentally is less than 0, then we just say index is equal to 0. So if anything goes wrong, we just say that. And index, so down here we're going to say index. How are we going to do this? Let me think. We're going to say index +1, and we want to make it equal to the remainder of the colors dot length. Let me think, is this gonna work? Yes, I think this should work. So we're gonna have the index length, the array, the index number, and then we're going to add 1, and then we're going to check, divide it by the color length, and we're going to get the remainder of that divide. So down here, so we're going to have a local bool already in use, so we're gonna check whether it's not, and we're gonna initialize it as false because we don't know if it's already being used, so we just say yeah, it's false for now, and we want to do some. If you've never done a do, it's generally good when you're about to do, or before a while loop. So in the do function, we're going to say already is false again. So this is going to keep doing while the while loop is going. So what we're going to do we're going to go through a for loop, and we're going to go through the colors in use dot length, because it's an array, dot count because it's a list. What am I doing? And we're going to check if color in use I is equal to the index, then we're going to say, all right, well, it's true, so we say already in use equals true, and we want to say the index is equal to, same as up here. You'll see why I'm doing this in a moment. And we're going to say, so this is going to keep doing while already in use equals true. Yeah, no, let's say true or false. No, we'll say true. So if it's true, then we want to keep going. So while it's true, then we say index in use index is if it's less than or equal to 0, and we say color in use index is equal to the index, and if it's not less than 0, then we say else we want to add the color in use index. So then if we go through all of it, and we're going to check whether or not it is used, and if it isn't, then we go ahead and add it to the list. Else we want to change the index of the color in use. Then we just say the player color is equal to the colors dot index. So then we get the index of that color. Yeah, I think that should work. Okay, so now we go here and we want to change this one to a command as well, I think, or an RPC. Yeah, we're gonna have to change this one to, so, oops, sorry about that. Cannot rename it because it's nothing, so generate it and then rename this to CMD prefix, go to the definition, add command up here. So in here, we're just gonna check where we're just gonna say the player name is equal to V. Oh, let's just make this name. Why does it need to be name? Name. And here we say generate the method. Yes, the string method. And in here, all we're doing is text, and we just say call the command function, change name to text, and we're just basically going to do that for all of these. Generate method. Here we're going to say command change color, and here generate the method. We want to send ready to begin message. So if we go to the definition of this, I go to definition, we are sent to the class of network lobby player, and this has a couple things in it. And if we go to send ready to begin method, this it uses this and it tells the server that the player is ready to begin the game. Easy peasy. So it's just a network message to the host saying, yep, I'm ready to go. And actually, so up here we're going to have to use a hook. So a sync via hook is referring to when this value should change. So if we add a hook here, and to add a hook you just say so it's hook is equal to something, and here hook is equal to something, and that something is, so for the name it's going to be the unnamed. I think we're gonna have to create an extra strip here. So let's say public void. So we're gonna use this for the input field, and we're gonna say on my name, and we'll take it in a string, not a stick, a string, my new name, and we're gonna say player name is equal to my new name. And we want to say the name dot input dot text is equal to player name. And we're gonna have to do the same for the other hook. So public void on my color takes in a color, and my new color, and basically the same. We just say player color is equal to new color. No, together guys, together. And this one we're going to say the color button dot get the component of that, the image, and we're going to say its color is going to be equal to my new color. And we go back here, copy the on my name method, put it in the name hook, and on my color, put it for the hook of the player color, and that should work very nicely for that. So in the startup other player, we just want to say that you can't interact with the name input, so interactable equals false. The remove player button equals interactable equals network. How am I going to network server dot active. So this just checks if we have a active network. It's simple as that. So if we do, then we want to say it's true. If it's false, then it'll be false. And here we're going to change the ready button to not ready color. And here we're going to say the ready button dot transform dot get child. So we're going to get the text function of this, the text component text, and we're just going to say the text is equal to, or yeah, let's do it like that, so it's just empty. And we say the ready button, so you can't do anything, so it's just saying yep, you can't do anything, no point pressing this. And we say ready button dot active is false. And here I'm going to say on client ready false. So if we go to this definition, there is a ready state already in the network lobby player, but guess what? We don't care about that because we're going to override it. So we're going to go public override dot void on client ready, on client ready, and it takes in a bool. And we aren't going to use the base of it. We're going to do whatever we want here. So if we are in the ready state, then we want to do something else. We want to do something else. So in here, we're going to say the change ready button is going to be equal to the transparent color, because we aren't ready, or we are ready. So we're just going to make it transparent, so it isn't technically a button. And we want to say get a text component, and it's going to say text component is equal to the ready button dot transform dot get child 0 dot get child, get component text, and we're going to say text component is equal to I'm ready. So this is dot text. You don't need to say this is a command or RPC or whatever. This is already called on when you're clicking the on ready button. So here we're going to say the transparent component dot color equals the ready color, because we are ready. And we want to say the ready button dot interactable, because now we're ready. We don't want to change settings because that's just going to mess with our settings. So we want to say, all right, you're ready now. We're going to say you can't interact with the other UI elements, your own UI elements, because the other people are still deciding whether or not what color they want and whatnot. So you have to unready yourself, because if you're changing things, you're not really ready, right? So we have to make it so they can't be ready and still choosing other things. So we're just going to make everything false so you can't interact. Else. So we can copy all this, but we want to put it in the else statement, and we want to not have the same stuff, of course. So if we are the local player, then we want to say the joined color, we want it to be the joined color, else we want it to be the not ready color. And here, if we're the local player, then we want to say join, or let's make a couple of join. If we're not the local player, we want to say this text is going to be 3 dots, and the text color is going to be a default white. And here we just say if the interactable, if we are the local player, then we want to be able to interact with it. And that's all we have to do here. Yeah, so on start authority, we're gonna have the base of on start authority, but here, what can we copy? Let's just copy this over. So the ready button.transform.getChild 0, and we're gonna say the color of the button is equal to color white, and then we want to set up the local player. So this is only called with on the local player itself. And now we have no errors, so we've got through past everything with no errors, which is pretty cool. Now if I go to here, we're going to have a list of open or unclarified unassigned things. So we have to go ahead and assign them. So the color button, which is this button, so we'll name this color, stupid Australia. I'm gonna have it color button because I'm Australian. This is how we spell color. Image, remote icon. Yeah, we'll say remote icon, and we'll give it. So for now, we're just going to say it's an that way arrow, and if we're the local icon, then we want to just name this local icon, and we're just going to say this one is the upward arrow. So if we remove this, wait, nothing changed. Oh wait, why are they the same, guys? Let's change this to, okay, perfect. Okay, so go to here, assign the color button, the ready button, the waiting for player button. What did we say this was going to be? We didn't assign it anywhere yet, so it doesn't matter. the remove player button, the text, and I said this was going to be an input field, did I not? Yes, so we're going to take away this text. Yes, continue. We had to add a input field into the middle, stretch it out a little bit. Oh, no, a little bit. And so, yeah, okay, so you drag this into the, oh my god, name icon, local icon, remote icon. Those should be all good. Show lobby GUI. We don't want that at all. So untick that if it's there. Apply. Now we can go ahead and disable a couple stuff. So the local icon we can remove, disable that. The not ready button we can disable that. Or do we disable it? No, so we'll keep it like that. And we can go ahead and apply. Now let's see what happens when we go here. So this is still popping up. I think it's the show GUI button here. So yeah, no, so if it's applied here, it shows. If it's not, okay. So we'll come back to it. We'll keep it off for now. And we go ahead and play, create, and I say click here. Oh, it works. And you can click to assign a color. And I can't kick myself. Can't add players just yet. But I can click ready and everything doesn't show. And I can't unready, which we still need to do. So we can go back to here. And we need to do a couple stuff in the lobby player for it to work optimally. So here we can say, we can get the remove button. So public.remove player click, or on click player move, doesn't, who cares. On remove player click. If we are the local player, then we want to be remove player. Else if we are the server is server, we want to say the lobby manager dot lm singleton dot kick player. Oh, I need to make this a void, my bad. So we don't have a kick player function, but that should be pretty easy to implement. So if we go back to the lobby manager scripts, generate the method, go to the definition, and we should have a void here of kick player. So we can create a class, a separate class within the class that's going to be a kick message, and it's going to derive from a message base, and it's going to be completely empty. And if we go to the message base here, go to the definition, it is a So what we're going to be using is both of these methods. So this method is to use to populate a message from a network reader stream. So this has a network info. This sends messages through these channels. I believe it's through these channels. There might be... No, so it uses these channels and it sends it to each player and each network reader. So each player has a network reader. So this one is, so it uses to send an object. This is to receive it. And the parameters here is we need to show which stream to write to and which stream to read off. So this is just basically just us sending a message to someone else. And we'll say this one, it has to be public void because we call it from another function. And we need to fill in the connection, network connection, and we say this one's, so we have a connection to send this message to, and we say the connection dot send this message kicked, message kicked, and this tells us where to send it, and it has to be a short, so we have to send it through an ID and what message we want to send, and we're going to send a new kick message. And I don't know why this is like this. Kick method, kick message, apply, close this up, and we can go ahead and create this, generate this field, go to the definition, and we want to say the messaged kick is equal to message type dot highest or lowest. The highest value of built-in networking messages IG, the user message. Let's read that again. Highest user must be above these values. So we're going to say the highest plus 1. So we are the highest. So we have to be the highest in order for it to work. And that's how we kick a player. So here we say connection to client. This is the connection we want to sever off. And yeah, so if you saw this one, remove player, removes this player from the lobby. So it's a built-in lobby function, lobby player function. And we just want to finish off this script by saying void on destroy. So when we destroy this item, we want to go ahead and remove ourselves from the lobby player list. So lobby player list dot instance dot remove player, and we want to say this. We want to remove this from it, and if we get the lobby manager, so actually just copy this from. Oh well, yeah, we'll copy this. The singleton method, singleton checker, and if we want to minus the count by -1 because we just left, so we want to make sure we minus it by 1, and we want to reset the colors in use. So again, we say a separate integer index equals sys array dot index of the colors, player color, and we say if it's more than 0, index is less than 0, we want to return because we don't actually have a color, but if we do, we go through a for loop and do exactly what we did here. So we can go just copy this, take it down here, copy it over this, and we want to check, so in the, but instead of these, we just want to say colors in use dot remove at index I, and we want to break. So we want to make that color available again in our lobby. So that completes our lobby player script. And on that note, thank you guys for watching. If you guys are still here by now, I do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I understand this is a super long thing, but it is an integral part of a multiplayer game. It should be an integral part. It was for me when growing up with a good lobby system. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll be working on part 3 right now.